Hello everyone, I'm going to show you the cognitive range of motion exercises. I developed these to help people who have had a brain injury or a stroke. Sometimes other types of problems like dementia can be helped with these exercises. These are pretty cool exercises in that they do exactly what they say. We want to get the thought process moving around and flexible. And many times people who have cognitive problems are not very flexible. They're very rigid in their thinking. And that's because the pathways to the brain in many cases have been destroyed. So this will help rebuild pathways for mental dexterity. And that's what it's designed to do. So beginning the process of mental agility, we want to get the client warmed up and have some color movement or drawing exercises. Next, we want to begin to help the client with their memory by asking them to visualize a certain set of words in their mind's eye. This visualization activates top down, and it also supports bottom up because you're building pathways internally that will help to shift from visual spatial into cognition. So it's a rhythm, bottoms up, top down, and we go slow at their pace. So we also want to work with mental rotation, and this helps a little bit with that. That's usually very hard for people with brain injury. First, we're going to create an image. You're going to ask your client to sit quietly and close their eyes and try to picture a door, a window, and a mirror. And the door needs to be really described to you. Is this a wood door? Is it a metal door? Is it two doors that are in the front of the house? Is it two doors that are in the back of the house? Place the window by the door or in the door, and then you need to visualize a mirror. Many times, as an example, I'll say, okay, picture a door. You're standing in front of the door, and then there's a mirror. Can you describe the color of the door? Is it wood? What kind of wood is it? Is it dark oak? Is it light, cherry? So describe to me what this door looks like, and then there's a mirror in the hallway, and through the window in the door you can see the mirror, and there's a picture of you in that mirror, a reflection of you where you can wave and say, hey, I'm on my road to recovery now. So once they have an image in their mind's eye, then you go to the next step. And that would be do a little drawing, simple drawing from the therapeutic drawing series. Then ask the client what these initials stand for in the image that they just created. So DWM is moved around. It's DWM, door, window, mirror. So, and that's what we want to do. It's called mental rotation. DWM, door, window, mirror. Next, you're going to move the letters again, WDM, and that will help to retain that information. So you just move the letters around to help the client have a little bit of strength for retention. And then the second one is horse, banana, and Chevrolet. You're going to do the same type of exercise. Many times you'll have people say, okay, so there's a horse eating a banana and he's sitting in the back of a red Chevy. So you need to personalize it. What kind of horse is it? How big is the banana? Are you hungry when you're eating it? What color is the Chevrolet? It's not Chevy, it's Chevrolet, okay? And you do the same thing here. So, and this is where we come into passive, semi-active, and active. The same thing as with your drawings. All of these can be done passive, semi-active, and actively. So in the visual, the auditory, and the hands-on, there are different ways to do the CRMs. As an example, in passive mode, you will write the letters on a blackboard so the client can see them. And try to get them to recall the image, then move the letters around. Passive mode, the client expends little energy. For example, you see a gentleman here. KPQ is another exercise we do for king, pig, queen. And he has moved the letters around to PQK, pig, queen, king. So he's asking, what does this mean? Auditory support is your voice prompting the client with clues. For example, can you tell me something about the image you created? What's the color? What's the texture? Semi-active mode, you would have the client change places with you and write the letters on the blackboard. Allow them to think of a combination of words, then have them write down the letters. After this, the instructor can write the letters on the blackboard and ask the client to tell them what the letters stand for. Active, the client is doing the imagery retrieval by themselves. This is an advanced level and may require some time to build strength and accomplish this. Initiating higher levels, you elongate the sentence instead of just simple words with images. Then you have a sentence, compounded sentence, like why'd the king chase the pig around the corner to get the queen to stop crying. So, and that would be KPQ, or what is PQK. As the client progresses in skill, we have the client draw from the therapeutic drawing series, always adjusting the level of the drawing to their ability, and interrupt them and ask them to write and retrieve the image of a combination of words. So they do a drawing, you stop them, let them close their eyes, and then you say, are you feeling up to doing this? And if they say, yeah, go ahead. If not, put some nice little music on and let them relax, because what they can't do one day, they may be able to do the next day. So again, it takes time to build finite pathways. This is not an overnight thing. It can take weeks, months, and sometimes years for this to occur. And sometimes people just don't tolerate it very well. Mental imaging is really, really hard for people with brain injury to do. So if they say, hey, I don't want to do this, then move on to something else. This is just another tool to use with your clients. We use these to assist the client with mental imaging, to help the client use imaging for memory, and that's short-term memory and sometimes long-term memory. Mental dexterity and mental rotation. We help them focus in a more advanced way. We help them generate new pathways to assist with speed of mental processing, to help the client access top-down functions. So this then is really what you want to do with the therapeutic drawing series, and this will just tell you a little bit more about the benefits of neuro art therapy. And this will tell you to be cautious. Okay, so you have all that information, and thank you for attending this presentation, and I hope it's helpful to you.